When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. It's Friday, Open Option Friday. Hey, Monica, how are you? You're the first one here. Hey, Emma, how are you? Mazzelli. Joyce, good to see you. How is everybody? How's your Friday shaping up? Lori, hey, Wayne, how are you? Good to see you. How's everybody on this Friday? I know people haven't been getting notifications, so we'll see what happens today. Hey, Gary, good to see you. I usually get notifications for my being on YouTube. I'm not getting that. Hey, Lori. Hey, Noelle. Hey, Alexis. How are you? Working but listening. Okay, Monica, sounds good. Glad you're here. Good morning. Van Ban, how are you? Good morning. It is Friday, and we're still here. Nothing has happened so far in Syria. Good morning. If you would please invite people in, those people who did not get notifications, maybe they'll see that we are actually on. It's I know it's a hit and miss whether people get their notifications or not. Friday the 13th. I know, Lori. It just dawned on me a little while ago. I was like, Friday the 13th. Oh, my God. Here's a cup of coffee for you. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you. I need that. Although I can't drink caffeine, so it doesn't really do me too much good, but I do appreciate it. Before we get started, just a reminder, my ears are not like yours, available at Amazon.com for giving a positive and encouraging message to young children everywhere. And also on my AbbybellPetDesigns.com. It's ABBYBELLE petdesigns.com. This is called a cuddle pouch. This is for your dog or cat to get inside, to cuddle up and stay warm. And these are available again at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. This would make a great gift for your pet or somebody else's pet, for dogs or cats. It will fit, hey Carmen, it will fit toy, small, and medium dogs. So get yours today. I can make it any color that you want. And what I typically do is, if you don't see the color you like, I just take you to the fabric store with me, I text message you some pictures, and you can pick out the exact color. This is a light blue with clouds and stars in it. It's really cute. The lining is so amazingly soft. Hey, Dr. Jack, good to see you. So anyway, if you'd like that, just go to AbbybellPetDesigns.com and get yours today. As you're coming in, I'm going to read you a few things. Susan, there's hope for Cali with cities fighting back against sanctuary. Yes, Joyce. Pray for California. And also in California, it is going to be on the ballot. They claim that they have enough signatures now to put on the ballot asking whether or not people want California split into three. It's ABBYBELLE. So like a girl, a bell, AbbybellPetDesigns.com. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. They're going to split, they want to put an initiative on the ballot to split California into three states. That would be so great. The preparation of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. The Lord has made all for himself, yes, even the wicked for the day of doom. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though they join forces, none will go unpunished. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord, one departs from evil. Amen. So, we have just a small group this morning. Hopefully more people will get notifications and come in. Friday is getting to be a slack day, it seems. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. Hey, Don, good to see you. Thanks for asking everybody to subscribe and join up. Thank you. Yeah, but that would be really great. If they can split California into 3, that would be wonderful. Hey, it's your first day on Periscope. Hey, day. They want to split it like the southern part. They want to split that and then more towards the middle of California and then the northern part. It would be great. It would be needed. It would be wonderful to be able to... I don't know if exactly they want to split it into 3 states. It sure sounds like that. I mean, each having its own governor and everything else. That would be wonderful. So, pray that that happens. Pray that people in California continue to go against the sanctuary cities. Hey, Mighty Blessed One, good to see you. Did you get a notification? I'm not sure people are getting it. Feel bad for Northern, though. They get Bay Area. I know, Noel, that would be bad. It would be bad, but you know what? Got to do what you got to do. Susan, you can run for governor. Yeah, Joyce. I don't know that I would want that job. Mike Pompeo stands by opposition to gay marriage, Don said. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to run for governor, but I think it's encouraging to see at least that California, hasn't given up the fight, that they're still trying to fight for what's right and conservatism. It's in some of the places like in Orange County that have basically been the ones to go against the sanctuary state. Those are pretty liberal areas. So, we'll have to see. I did get a notification. Okay, good, Mighty Blessed One. Great. Yeah, people wanted Friday, hey, Amanda, to be the day that we just talk about anything and everything. So hopefully they continue to come in. Hey, Daniel, we're on the right side, can control the border. Yeah. How's everybody? We were just talking a little bit about what's going on in California. Yesterday they received supposedly enough votes or enough signatures on the ballot to get it placed on the November ballot to say, do you want California split up into 3 sections? And that's a resounding yes for me. Now, if that happens and the voters want that, it still has to be approved by the Congress. I'm so proud of the president. He called Comey a slimeball. Happy Friday the 13th, Amanda. In my book, I don't know Comey personally, but from what I've seen, what Comey has done, what I've heard Comey say, what I've watched him do, et cetera, I would agree with the president. Colin Kaepernick almost had a job in Seattle, but wouldn't agree with not kneeling on the anthem. Psh, whatever, Mike. Hey, Boogie, how are you? Yeah, he is unethical, Joyce. He really is. And he has a fascination and an obsession with the grandfather clock. Why did I say godfather clock? Ooh, maybe that too. In the White House. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick is going to go ahead and keep doing what he wants to do. And so instead of being a team member, he wants to be able to do what he wants to do. So I'm glad that I'm sorry that Seattle even looked at him, but I'm glad that they didn't take him. I'm just sitting down here enjoying the fireworks. I love your president. So do I, Boogie. Great. Another Republican preaching ignorance. Oh, is your mommy, Richard, is your mommy cleaning the basement? So you might as well, why don't you go help her this time? It's always a good thing to do. I hate trolls. I really do. It's like, don't you have anything better to do? Go help your mommy in the basement. It will do you good to learn how to do that. I liked, President Trump called him a slimeball. He called him a proven liar. Hey, Cully. He's a social justice warrior in pads, Mike said. So long, Dick. Yep, Richard had to go. Richard had to go try to find something productive to do rather than trolling. Imagine that. There's a rumor going around, too, that President Trump's going to pardoned Scooter Libby. What does anybody think about that? He was the one that outed Valerie Plame. I don't know if you remember that. And George Bush basically he had reduced his sentence, but he had not pardoned him. Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah. But I think that he should be pardoned, and I think Flynn should be pardoned. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm for pardoning both of them. And Manafort, probably. There's also rumors. I know, absolutely. It was beautiful, true. Twitter, nuclear bomb. Who needs Syria when you've got Comey to drop the bomb? Oh, Flynn, definitely. Yep, well said. You know, Comey, what I dislike so much about Comey is the fact that he is absolutely the most arrogant, you know what, ever. Hey, Marlene, how are you? He was one of those too. I didn't realize this until I kind of looked it up. He was the one with Scooter Libby. He at the time was the deputy. Was it the deputy AG? And yeah, he was the deputy AG at the time. Comey does believe his lies. And that investigation went on for like 4 years. Comey had a special prosecutor appointed. He's got that fake power play strut. He does. And because he's so tall, Boogie, you know, he's like, what, the Jolly Green Giant tall? I think that he just feels that he's above everybody, figuratively and literally, and he doesn't have to care what anybody else says. So, I mean, it's just a total arrogance that I can't stand. And the fact that he has his finger in everything. Hillary Clinton there with Scooter Libby, with trying to take down the president by going out and, I'm going to write a little, privilege. I'm going to go out and write a little memo, and then I'm going to have it leaked out everywhere. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I know, Boogie. I am hoping. I want all these people brought to justice. I don't know that we'll ever see it here on Earth in this lifetime. I don't know. But I would love justice to be done. Pathological lying narcissist equals Comey, Noel said. Yeah, that's pretty good too. I'm not going to buy the book. I have no desire to read the book. I have no desire to enrich him by one penny. The fact that he was already paid by government money, that taxpayer money, is enough for me, and I wish that had never happened. God is the ultimate justice, Joyce, and that's where it will actually take place, whether it's in our lifetime on this earth or afterwards. Judgment will occur and justice will be done. Yeah, and it's funny, when you look at, I will buy it when it hits the dollar store. Amanda, I'm not even giving it $1. I'm really not. It's just like, it's sad he claims to be a believer. I know, Marlene, but a believer in what? And who's God, maybe? I don't know. And he could be a believer, and that's between him and God, but I just, so far I haven't seen actions that really make me believe that, but maybe he's a Christian in name only. I don't know. And again, it won't be up to me to judge him. He will be judged. Good morning, Candace. How are you? How are the chickens? You watch. It will be on the school reading list in California civics class. It probably will. Boogie, not producing very good fruit right now. That's true. But has he ever? When you kind of look back at everything he's done, I'm blessed. Thank you. How are you? I am doing well on this Friday. Glad it's Friday. I thought Wednesday it was Friday. It was like, wow. Ooh. Comey said he's a Christian. Yeah, I know, Mike. And I mean, Nancy Pelosi says that too. Quoting scripture does not make you a Christian. That's true, Amanda. Very true. He said, Lordy, does that count? In his book, Mighty Blessed One, that probably is all you need. I don't know. And again, I don't know, some of these people, they stand up and say things. There are a lot of people that I hear who say they're Christian, but their attitudes and, their actions don't necessarily show me that. Satan knows the Bible better than most. That's true, Mike. He does. He absolutely does. And look at the power that Satan has. A lot of power. So, and I, with Comey and Mueller and Rosenstein, all of those people, they have been, you talk about career politicians. What about these career types who sit around and basically run the world? And, yeah, he'll need it, Daniel said. Tempted. Who sit around and run the world for all these years and have run it the way they've wanted to run it, and now they're being outed. Satan will use scripture just like he did with Jesus. Yep, that's true. Absolutely true, Marlene. Full armor of God is so required now. Absolutely, Mike. Every single solitary minute, and then some. Did anybody watch This Morning with Nikki Haley at the UN? It wasn't an accident. Comey released his book on February 13th. Could have a point there, Joyce. Could have a point there. I mean, he's always making these little, these little sayings, and like he's got something over on everybody else. And it wouldn't surprise me that Friday the 13th he thought would be a great day. No, I didn't. What happened with Haley? Haley basically, he's so petty. Yep. Haley went into the UN because Russia is worried that we're going to come over there and just, blow everything away. So they called for a special meeting basically to say, the United States is rushing this. Now, what's interesting is that a couple days ago, Russia was saying none of this happened. And then all of a sudden, SWAT, the team at a house in San Antonio, Amanda said, wow, he should have released it on April Fool's. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. Probably should have. But what they were saying was that, there was no chemical attack, and then the chemical attack was staged suddenly. And now they're saying that they have proof that it was Britain who participated in that staged chemical attack. So, yeah, Kabuki Theater. So I'm sitting here wondering, okay, Russia, are you saying there wasn't an attack, or there was an attack, and whatever? The Kremlin are expert at maneuvering the UN to waste a lot of time, been doing it since the 60s. Absolutely, Boogie. Now, there are a lot of people who feel that we shouldn't go to Syria, that we shouldn't be involved, that this is all staged, and, that Syria didn't do it. Now, according to Nikki Haley, and according to, other people, Syria has used gas against its people at least 50 documented times. Most of the British officials are Islamic sympathizers, Mike said. So, I don't know. Who are we to believe? People over in Israel that are saying also that it was a chemical attack. People that Amir Safadi, who says that he's seen the pictures of the dying children, are certainly fall on the side of no involvement regardless of who is responsible. Yeah, it's, and I understand that, Boogie. It's really hard, and I don't know that we should go over there. I love Amir too, Mike. I don't know that we should go over there and bomb Syria, though we've done it before. We destroyed the airfields, and, maybe we should do it again. But at the same time, are we just going to allow people in their own governments to kill innocent men, women, and children? I mean, is that okay? Are we just going to say we're going to turn a blind eye to that? I mean, we almost did that with the Holocaust. Are we going to do that? Do we want to be on that side of history? And I totally get the fact that we need to stay out of other countries' business. Okay, Candace, but, where do we stop? America's enemies want her engaged in endless war. I hate giving my enemies what they want. I do too, Boogie, and I know that America's enemies would love that. And some of America's enemies are within America because they want us over there so that they can have chaos here and open borders here and be unprotected. I get all that. But I don't know. I mean, again, do we allow people to use chemical weapons to kill, especially children? I mean, if you don't care about the men and women, what about the children? There have to be consequences, Marlene said. They're always sucker punching their poor people, then run and hide. Yep, it's a proposition with many layers. I mean, can you sanction them? Can you do that? Is that hey, Scott, how are you? is that enough? I mean, should we just sanction them? Do we wait for the UN to sanction them, which means they'll do nothing? What do we do? Do we want to be on that side of history where we say we don't care? Hey, Alan. I mean, what is really the right thing to do? I mean, there are a ton of people who are convinced that this was all staged, never happened, nobody died, trying to blame Syria when they didn't do it. I don't know. Again, should we believe all of that, or should we look at some of the things like our allies saying it did happen? Ideally, America withdraws and leaves it in Russia's hands as per Syria's request. It becomes their problem. Yeah, well, okay, then Boogie, here we have another problem. Eventually, if we leave Syria in Russians' hands, which Obama gave it to Russia. I mean, he basically just handed it over to Russia, and Iran is there, and Turkey is there, and now Syria. Everybody's there. What's going to happen, to Israel? Do we not care? I mean, eventually they're going to go to Israel. Can't take out their oil supply, hurt them financially. You can take that out. Yes, that would be something they could do, Cully. Absolutely, but that would require airstrikes, right? And then that's what we're saying that's what we want to do, or seemingly that's what we want to do, and take out the airstrip again, like we did before, so that the planes carrying the gas can't be doing that again. Obviously, they're being replaced by the Russian planes and anybody else that has money throwing it into Syria. So, I mean, do we leave them in there? I mean, I'm not in for regime change, but I think that's what what Obama wanted. Israel wants weak neighbors for protection. They want America engaged in these states. Well, I don't think that. I mean, Russia isn't a weak neighbor if he's in Syria. I mean, and neither is Iran with all their money. Is Syria and Russia claiming it did not happen at all, or are they claiming they didn't do it? They're claiming, Alan, that Britain was involved in the staged chemical attack, whatever that means. At first, Russia said there was no chemical attack at all, and now they're saying that Britain was involved in the staged chemical attack. I mean, Boogie, so that the people around them in Israel, they're not really weak people. AD, Britain stirring the pot. I don't know if they are or not. Assad gives Carne Asada a bad name. Mattis hinted at it if was staged. No, Mike, he really didn't. That if you read, I think it was the AP. If you read Time Newsweek, it sounded like that from Mattis. If you read what AP wrote, it didn't sound like that. That's ridiculous. They tried to blame Israel too, so they've changed their story. Yeah, the story just keeps changing. I think what they're doing, honestly, is they're trying to buy time. Maybe there's some more chemicals around there they need to get rid of. I don't know. Something they need to hide. Hey, Barbara. And they're trying to take more time so that we don't come over there. Only God knows. Could be, Mike, but I think, that probably Israel, with their sophistication in technology, probably have pictures, satellite pictures, everything else of what actually took place and who it was. I mean, they did before. So, again, is Israel now in on the conspiracy? Russia is running for the hills. They're moving everything, Marlene. And so is Iran, is what I'm hearing. So again, do we think our allies are lying to us? France has said that they did it. They believe they did it. The UK seemingly believes that they did it. Israel seems to appear to believe they've done it. What do we do? Nothing? I don't know. Hey, Patrick. I think we don't know the true story. Who knows what to believe? And Brandon, that's the problem. Anymore, I'm telling you, unless you're right there seeing it, and even then it's questionable, you don't know for sure. Exactly all they have to do is look at the past satellite pictures. Yep. Pop them hard, Marlene said. I frankly, I would trust Israel more than anyone. I'm sorry, but it's not our problem. Why do we get involved with everyone else's problems? Can't trust any of them to tell the truth. We got our own problems to fix. Yeah, Monica, I don't think it's our problem either, except for the fact that our past administration did get us involved in Syria. And if true, then they're killing innocent men, women, and children. And is that okay? That's my question. Hey, Jerry. And do we turn our backs on that? The only one I really trust out of that list is Israel. Me too, Alan. Me too. I do trust Israel. I do trust Amir Sarfati as well. I've watched him for years. He's never lied that I know of. I've never caught him in a lie. The tyrant needs to be put out, Daniel said. Hey, Edible, this is exactly the same as the WMDs where so many countries believed Iraq had them. Edible, according to some people in Israel, Amir Sarfati being one of them, is that those chemicals of mass destruction were moved over to Damascus, Syria before we got there. Susan, the Facebook jelly is breaking free. Woohoo! I know. I think I'm supposed to be out, Jerry. I haven't tested it to see. Hey, Jules. Supposed to be out today, this morning at 5:08 my time. Then let it be the people of that land who removed their tyrant just like America did. Well, I mean, they're going to have to. It's going to be Israel that eventually has to do it. Boogie, I mean, really, that's what it's going to come down to. If we don't do anything, then we're leaving it to Israel. Prophecies must come to pass. That's true, Daniel. Absolutely. For the good old days when we would take them out and no Democrats would yell. Exactly, Barbara. Those days are long gone. And the only reason that the Democrats are yelling about it is because, again, they want chaos in the U.S. They're the ones bringing in all the chaos, the globalists and everything else. Candace is back. Yay. God said the land will always be Israel's. Yep, that's true. And eventually we know that, as the Bible says, that Russia, Iran, Turkey will go down into Israel to attack. They all need to go to the woodshed. Yep. Comey is a sellout. What a total wimp. Yes. Is that Dennis? Is that what I saw? Hey, how are you? Welcome back. Amanda said, these people have sticks and stories. Assad will kill them all. Mike said, yeah, Democrats will be happy to use American body bags as political capital against Trump. Of course they would, Boogie. It's okay if they do it, but not, if it happens. Comey is full of baloney, Jerry said. Yeah. Stones, Mike said, not comfortable believing UK after the Skripal poisoning issue looks like a setup against Russia. Noel, I don't know. Again, I don't know that I believe Britain, but I believe Israel. Spoiler, Iraq was found to have WMDs, but it wasn't widely reported by the media. That too, Edible. Come, oh my dad, you all read some of that fluff. Not sure what that is. But the left is screaming to bomb Syria. Comey the clown, don't trust media reports. I don't, I mean, Jerry, these days, really, there are very, very few people that I trust. Heard 12 gunshots last night near my neighborhood. Now, Brandon, I'm sure that you're only making that up, right? Are you worried? Are you saying that they were Russians and now you're trying to blame Russia for that? Because isn't that what happens? Brandon's trying to blame the Russians that are just trying to live in New York. Come on, Brandon. They're just trying to make a living in New York, and you're trying to ruin it for them. You too, Boogie. Thanks for coming in. You're cracking me up, Janice said. Read a page of the book someone posted on Twitter. Oh, you read it? Yeah. I could care less, Barbara. They target practice around my house, Joyce said. I tell you, if we knew what was going on, what was really going on in America right now, we knew all of it, we'd never sleep at night. It would just be like, get me out of here. Knives are more quiet. That's right, Cully. And eventually, probably, we will take knives away. And Cully, I know that's right, Candace said, why is it that you get kicked from Facebook almost every day? I don't know, Patrick, because I say certain words that they don't like. Like, if I talk about immigrants or I talk about truth, they don't like it. Hey, Stephen, it was good as the clock about Trump hated his apple. Barbara, I'm telling you, I have no idea what you're typing. Hey, Rice, good to see you. A very sad thing happened last night, too. A 29-year-old suspect, yeah, he's calling for a knife ban in white, and there's like a box that everybody's supposed to, like a metal container, that everybody's supposed to put their knives into. I really did have to call the cops last night. No, Brandon, I know that you did. I'm not, Hey, Pamela, how are you? Good morning. Beck, hello. Apple. I know, Cully, I have no idea what she's typing. Patrick has lost my feed on Facebook Live. See, they just kind of just move people out. Anybody on Facebook Live, it would be better if you just come over and join us on YouTube or on Periscope. That way you might have a chance of staying on. A fire on Epstein's Lolita Island. Hope it burns to the ground, Monica said. Wow. Didn't get notifications this morning either, Brandon said. I think her Siri is saying what it wants to say. I know. Mark Zuckerberg looks like he should be cast on Star Wars. Joyce, I'm telling you, I think if you were kind of like you open that code up, you're going to find that there's metal parts in there. Facebook is really insane. I deleted my Facebook account, Monica said. I'm starting to go over, I'm on Gab already. I'm also trying to go over to MeWe and check that out. He took Trump and Apple on his first day at the White House. Trump said, I only eat golden, and threw it to an agent. Oh, my God, that's funny. They rounded up tools, too, in London. Prayers for Central America today. Gonna be some bad storms today. Wow. Yeah, I heard that somebody in Texas was talking about it's going to be really bad storms in Texas. Zucker looks like Data from Star Wars. Star Trek. Fire's bad in Oklahoma, too. Wow. Candace, that's bad. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook is just, they said that Facebook did like one of its best days on the first day that Zuckerberg actually testified. So that's kind of shocking. Thousands of acres already burned. Poisoned apple, no doubt. Yeah, Lori. He's good to throw it to somebody else. He was right to do that. Oh, goody. Hope Jeff Piotrowski is chasing today. Oh, yeah, Jeff. I watched Jeff, too. He's crazy. Sort of scary and evil. Yes. My son thinks Zuckerberg is from another planet. I think he's right, Monica. Zuck is a reptilian. I love Jeff, too. Joyce, he's crazy. He is really crazy. Guy will chase anything, man. I'm telling you, if it's in the air swirling, Jeff is on the job, right there on the spot. Jeff P. is awesome. Tornado Hurricane Hunter. Yep. If you could, we're past the halfway mark. If you don't mind retweeting this puppy, I would appreciate it. Sorry to use Lee's line, but if you will retweet this. Millennial, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. How are things going? Blue Shed Jeff is great. Yes. He really is. Sad news. I don't know if you guys heard what happened in Missouri, but was it Massachusetts, or gosh, I can't remember where it was, but a police officer went last night to, I'm good. How are you, Ben? I'm just great. Thank you. A police officer went last night to serve a warrant, and he was shot in the head and killed. And his dog was also shot, and is Massachusetts, okay, and is recovering, hopefully. It used very silly fluff words calling Trump cutie names. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, block this person who is just disgusting. Good Lord. Yeah, I know, Joyce. I guess that guy makes his rounds to different scopes. Yeah, it's so sad. And that guy, the suspect, yeah, good-looking young man that was killed, I know, Barbara. And the suspect was 29 years old, and he has, listen to this. This is disgusting. 111 prior offenses and was on probation. How does that even happen? I know, Candace. It's so sad. We lost another officer. May lose the dog as well. I don't know. It's just, that should never have happened. And people wonder why cops are always on edge. Exactly, Brandon. Go out for one day and do a cop's job. Lazy judges, Joyce said. Why wasn't he in prison? I don't know, Candace. And they were issuing a warrant, serving a warrant on him. I don't know what that was for. Maybe to arrest him. I don't know. search his apartment. I don't know, but 111 offenses? That's crazy. Exactly the reason I worry every day that my husband will come home. I know, Candace. You know, I, I wouldn't be a police officer if you paid me cheaper to release him than keep him in jail, I guess. I know, Brandon. And it wasn't even California, but it was Massachusetts. 111 offenses, but he still had a gun. And, right, edible. Edible make a perfect point. Here's a criminal with 111 offenses, and he was on probation. Too bad the Dems' love of law enforcement doesn't go past corrupt FBI. Exactly, millennial. But he had a gun. I didn't think criminals could get a gun or would have a gun, because we all know that criminals don't break the law, right? So that's why it's okay that if we have complete gun control, we're safe. Make it a gun-free zone, and they will all be safe, because criminals don't get guns when they're not supposed to have them, right? That's exactly what we've been told. Criminals don't care about laws. Brandon, how can you say that? That's not what we've been told. Isn't it funny he had a gun in Massachusetts? They're really strict. Oh, gosh. I know, Pamela. How did that even happen? Seriously. You know, and it's coming. And they're going to try so hard to get rid of, hey, Robin, to get rid of all of the AR-15s. I mean, that's going to be the new 2018 campaign. Just like Chicago, how many deaths? I know, Pamela. Okay, Candace. Hello, friends. Well, they do not go to stores to buy. Well, that's true, Barbara. Wow, amazing. I know. Wonder about all those fast and furious weapons. Huh. Yeah, I wonder. I'm so sick of liberals. Is there a vaccine we can take to cope? Joyce, if you find one, let me know. Because every day, I get so tired of it. I hope they go down the rabbit hole that is banning guns. Ugh. But, you know, I mean, look at it. Dianne Feinstein. She's the Feinstein, excuse me. She's like the biggest one who wants to ban the AR-15s, and she did for a while. But that, you know, the ban went off and nobody re-upped it. Please share the vaccine. I need it. Pamela said, "Yep, I saw the Cal 3 argument on Tucker Carlson." Brandon, pray for that, man. My head's going to explode. You know, again, even in California, if we do vote to split the state into 3, we still have to get the blessing of Congress to approve it. Assault rifles have been banned for decades. Yeah. And they keep wanting to talk about them being military-style weapons, the AR-15. AR-10 is a better weapon. I have to admit, I had never fired an AR-15. I watched that guy on Tucker. He's wacky. Oh, that's too bad. And also in California, it's John Cox that we want for governor, not Travis Allen. Travis Allen is not ahead in the polls. John Cox is. They cannot even define what an assault rifle actually is, because they've never touched a gun. Millennial, when you don't have to, when you have bodyguards that are armed. Left must learn difference between assault weapon and semi-automatic. Nah. All guns are assault guns to them, Barbara said. Yep. They use terms like full semi-automatic rifles. But millennial, again, they have bodyguards that take care of all that. So they don't even need to think about that. You know, they use their brains for trying to figure out bills and how to screw the country. They don't have time for that with the guns. Need a cure for libtardisis, Daniel said. Unbelievable. Why not Travis? Because first of all, he's not ahead in the polls, and we don't have time to worry about, you know, trying to bring somebody else along. We need the top guy right now. He has a chance of actually getting on the ticket. So Travis Allen, we don't need him to split the votes. If you assault with anything, it's an assault weapon. Exactly, Allen. Allen, look at this. This right here is an assault weapon. Because I can go like that, and that's an assault weapon, right? I'm assaulting you with this weapon. Nancy was so off her meds yesterday before the vote. Not surprised, Barbara. And also, Pop-Tarts, Allen, don't forget. They're banning knives now in London. Yes, they are. Millennial, they have a box set up. It looks like a you know, what the post office has, the little mailboxes. Kind of looks like that with put your knives here. and you actually are supposed to put your knife in that box. You can get a 50-round drum for a Glock handgun for 120 online. No, Brandon, in California, see, I can't. If I want to get anything like a gun, it has to go to a dealer. It can't go to me personally. I tweeted a photo of the knife box. I know. And Millennial, I said you'd be safer in the box. Just jump in. Don't. I know. Don't point that finger back. I'm telling you. She does. She may have dementia. She could. I get it, but I thought Travis was ahead. I believe you though. Yeah, as far as I know, the last I heard that it was Cox that was ahead, and not Travis. It was funny. Trump was the cause for everything from bad air to bad water. Boy, he works fast. He does, doesn't he? You know, Trump gets around more than anybody else. He's the problem for every problem. Guess you need a flintlock. Yes. ah. I'm telling you. Hey, JP, it's your first day on Periscope. Welcome. Yeah, California. I mean, you got to keep California in your prayers for those cities that are saying, you know what, we have had enough. From West Virginia, how are you? How's everything in West Virginia? And she promised the tax bill would not pass. You know, if for anything, I mean, I can think of so many reasons. We've talked about them in here. But you got to go, and sunny and warm finally, good. You got to go and vote to keep the Republicans in the majority in 2018, if for nothing else, so that Nancy won't be the leader of the House again, and the Speaker of the House, and all that, and the oh my God, we can't go through that. Governor Moonbeam in California is actually sending National Guard to the border. Yes, Millennial, because he wants that money. He's sending 400 of them, and saying they're not going to be used for immigration enforcement, and wants the federal dollars. But I think he's trying to save face, which is kind of hard for Jerry because he's never done that before. But I think that's what he's trying to do. And trying to say, well, they're not going to be used for immigration enforcement. Well, you know, that's not going to be up to you, Jer, once they get down to the border and the federal government will be instructing them and telling them what to do. It's pretty amazing, though, how silent they have been so far in regards to the people that are suing them, saying no more sanctuary state. Arkansas promised Texas if we needed more help, they would come. That's nice. Barbara, restaurant in Durham, North Carolina is serving zebra tarantula burgers for $30. That's disgusting. You need to close that restaurant down. They say MS-13 guy was in the caravan. No, Jerry. I had a guy on Facebook who was arguing with me, telling me that they were just people who were hungry and wanted to come here and be fed, even though I told him he had no idea who was in that group, and that's why we needed vetting. He was saying, basically, shame on me, because they were just poor people who wanted to eat. And I said, guess what then? Why don't you meet them at the border, a little bit before the border, and that way you can have lunch with them. Americans are dreamers too, Brandon said. Yeah. Yeah, Americans are dreamers, and yes, they better wake up. Yep, half of Arkansas came with Davy to the Alamo too. Nice, Barbara. I'm related to Daniel Boone, possibly, through his daughter marrying into my family. There's your 6 layers or whatever of separation. I thought that was kind of hilarious, but do you guys, anything else that you want to talk about? I know it works. Daniel had a cool raccoon cap. Yes, he did. Remember the song, Daniel Boone was a real man. He fought, what was that song, a Daniel Boone song? I would have to sing it, and I'm not going to sing it here, but that was funny. Some of those things that you can remember that make no sense, but you remember them. If Pelosi takes over, we are done. Oh, you betcha, KB. You betcha we are. Well, Bowie had a big knife. The thing of it is, if the Democrats take over in 2018 and then win the election in 2020, America is done. We're done. Which is worse for economy, illegals or artificial intelligence? Illegals. And he fought for America to keep all American free. Yes, that's it. I had a crush on Darby Hinton, Daniel Boone's son on TV show. Marlene. I had a crush on Fess Parker. I will have to confess. Okay, Carol, great, good to see you. If you come back in again, please tell me your name because unless you are like coming regularly, unfortunately, after a couple of days, I kind of forget. Hey, Huey. He was cute, Jerry. He was really cute. Just like Tom Selleck. Love Fess Parker. Ed Ames, the Indian dang I'm old. Ed Ames was cute too, let's say. Okay. Just let's be real. You know, and that's the thing. TV shows in that time period and everything else, it was like, and I hate to say this because I know it's going to offend somebody, but they were guys. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, you know what I'm saying? I had a crush on Hopalong Cassidy. Love the lip. Oh dear, this group is showing our age. Yep. Tom Selleck and also Robert Redford in the day. Just saying. I saw today the movie The Sandlot is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Love that movie, Brandon said. I like Bonanza, Michael Landon too. No, it's reruns. Men's Men, yeah. Bonanza was great. They had Little Joe rode a paint. That's what's called a paint. I have a paint. What if there's a coincidence somehow? I don't know. But yeah, they were good. I named my dog after one of the actors on Bonanza. Remember Candy, who dressed in all black, and his name was Kennedy, but they called him Candy? I named my dog Kennedy after him. Robert Urich. Yeah. I'm telling you, those were better days. Roy Rogers and Trigger were my invisible friends. Noelle said. My 70-year-old at the time had a Tom Selleck poster in her bedroom closet. Oh my God, Carol, your mother. They were clean TV shows. They were, Jerry. They were wholesome, clean, and it was like so pro-American. Barbara said, yes, he was the most handsome. He was. He absolutely was. Brandon Cully, I think we're outnumbered. Oh, God bless America. Patriots, James Comey, and Robert Mueller. Blah. Nope. They're not. James Comey and Robert Mueller are not my heroes. Candy later played on All My Children for years. That's right, Carmen. I loved Michael Douglas in Streets of San Francisco. He didn't age well. Yeah. A 77-year-old mom had a crush on Mark Harmon. Comey said in his book he had respect for Obama's intellect. Can I throw up now? Please, Joyce, feel free. Oh my gosh. Yeah, who were some of the women back then? Let's give the guys equal time here. Vanessa Marcel. Who is that, Huey? I don't know who that is. Yeah, but I know what they are talking about because I grew up watching TV Land reruns, Barf, and Starsky and Hutch. I never liked them. But who are some of the women back there that people looked at and really liked? General Hospital and Las Vegas. Huey said. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Barbara Stanwyck. Oh, did everybody... Okay, Barbara Stanwyck may not have been like, you know, va-va-va-voom, right? But she was a strong woman. I loved her. Barbara Eden, yes. Well, loved the General E. Lee. Raquel Welch. There you go, Cully. True. The woman looked good in her day. She certainly did. And who was the one... Doris Day. Yeah, she was cute. Linda Carter. There you go. And, like, if you want to compare them, she was a badass. She was, Carol. I liked her. She was like a no-nonsense, but she could be, you know, sexy and gentle at times. Grace Kelly, Sherry said. Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds was good. My dad, Bridget Bardot. Stephanie Powers. I remember Stephanie Powers. Yeah. So, see. Hey, Amber. How are you? Liz Taylor, yeah, in her day. Yeah, I think there were really good, wholesome women. Agent 99, yep. Audrey Hepburn, yes. Stephanie Powers, yeah, you like Stephanie too, Robin Hunt. Michael Landon rocked. Yes, he did. But if Sophia Loren, oh my gosh, yes. And but if you try to find and compare to today, like the women and men, who would be today's, that you would look at and go, wow, they're amazing. Who would that be? I Nobody comes to my mind. Connie Selica. Ah, remember Daniel? Yeah. Who was who? I can't remember the woman who played the police woman. What was her name? Gosh, George Clooney. Oh gosh, no. Ugh. Sherry. Oh no. Well, I love Roseanne. Identify with the domestic goddess role. Joy said. Helen Hunt. Nah, too liberal. Everyone today is so liberal. So liberal. But who was the policewoman? Remember her, the woman who played the policewoman? Brenda Vaccaro. Yeah, yeah. Angie Dickinson. That's Angie Dickerson. That's it, Dickerson. Angie Dickerson was the policewoman. Everybody loved her. Yeah, but today he's handsome. I guess if you just went by look, Sherry, and you didn't know anything about him personally, yeah, I guess he could be. Honeywood too. Have a blessed weekend. Okay, Amanda, you too. Loretta Swit, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Nikki Haley. Yeah, I was thinking more like a movie star. Nikki Haley, yeah, as a politician, but I was thinking more like movie stars. I can't think of any movie star. I like the two women who were police officers. Oh, what was that called? Dang, what was that called? Cannot remember their names. I know I can see them in my mind's eye, but can't. Cagney and Lacey, that's right. Wow. I don't care about celebrities, Amber said. Judi Dench, I have no idea who that is. Renee Russo is a believer. Wow. Yeah, today I just don't think that there's anybody else that I could look back on and go, wow, I really respected them, or really liked them, or I thought they were pro-American. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Who were the country trio girls? You mean the country singers? The Dixie Chicks? Are you talking about them? David A.R. White. Mandel sisters. Hey, Renee. This is kind of shooting the breeze on Friday is what we do. I miss good sitcoms too. I don't think there are good sitcoms. No, back in the day. Hubby likes Sophia Loren. Yeah, I don't know, Daniel. I don't know who they were. Dinah Shore. Yeah. Wow. Angie Dickinson is the name you are looking for, Gary said. Yep. Dickinson. The Mandel sisters. Okay. Yeah, they're just a lot of good people. Good morning, my Sue. Our courts are trying to legalize gay rights, just like what your courts and Obama did. We are praying against it, Josette said. Lucille Ball, yeah. Loved laughing. Oh my gosh, yes. Carol Burnett. Wow. Man, there's nothing like that today. Just not. Absolutely just not. What were some of the shows like moving on up, or what was, I don't know what the name of the show was. Cory Booker ticked me off yesterday. Pfft. Cory Booker, that he does it every day. Good fun, clean comedy. Yep. The Jeffersons. Okay, and then there was the other Good Times. Good Times and the Jeffersons. Good sitcom is Superior Donuts on a Monday night. Never heard of it. The Jeffersons. Mr. Ed. Love Mr. Ed. Wayne. Happy Days. Happy Days. Yes. Used to like the Cosby Show. I know, makes you think a little bit about the Cosby Show now. It's like, okay, maybe it wasn't as great as what we thought it was. The Principals were good. We loved the middle. Yeah. I think what it was is that the Principals were good. Barney Miller. Oh my gosh. All in the Family. Mr. Cotter. Welcome back, Cotter. Barney Miller was great. Really was. Loved All in the Family and Happy Days. See, we just don't have those things these days. It's like wholesome stuff. Andy Griffith. We don't have it. Sky King. Now that I never heard of. Barney Miller and that gang. I know, they were great. They were really, it just, again, wholesome. We weren't allowed to watch All in the Family. I liked All in the Family until a certain point when it was like, what did they change the show? I can't remember what happened. Gilligan's Island, yep. Donut shows a good look at America today. Judd Hirsch is funny. Our Hogan Heroes was great. Roy Rogers. That show with Buffy, Mr. French. What was that called? That was good. Um, Man. Brady Bunch was the first to show couples in the same bed together, Renee said. And what's hilarious about that, Renee, is the father was actually gay. I think that's funny. Family Affair, that's right, Noelle. All the Family Affair. Rawhide, my gosh. Murder, She Wrote. And we have, what do you compare today? What is there? I mean, I don't watch TV. I like sitcoms, so I have no idea. Chips, oh, I love Chips. Eight is Enough and Chips. Man, those were good shows. I bet if you brought them back today, hey Bruce, Gilligan's Island, do you think people would watch them if you brought them back today? Or would it be, oh my God, this is too clean. They're not doing stuff. Oh, Law and Order. Oh, Hill Street Blues. I loved Hill Street Blues. Oh my gosh. Monica said My Three Sons. Mary Tyler Moore. Yes. I think, I don't know, Hill Street Blues was one of my favorites. And what was it? Oh my gosh, the one with all the lawyers. Why can't I remember this? Gosh, what was the one with all of the lawyers? It was all a show about lawyers. Also loved Hill Street Blues. Yep. Night Court. No. Law and Order. No. It had Harry. Oh my gosh, what was his name? Good looking Harry. I can't remember his name. And he's married to the woman that used to be on some soap opera. L.A. Law. Thank you. Pamela. That was I loved that. Dragnet was good. Oh my gosh. Marcus Welby. Look at all of these shows that were so great. Little House on the Prairie and the Waltons, Josette said. Walker, Texas Ranger. I mean, seriously, Dick Van Dyke. Oh my gosh. Slept in 2 separate beds. That was hilarious. It's just so funny because, again, there's nothing today that's even close. Petticoat Junction. Oh my gosh. Dallas. Yeah, I never watched Dallas really. A little bit, but Magnum P.I., The Love Boat. Gosh, they were good shows. Dark Shadows. Who used to sit around and listen to the radio like on Sunday night? Wasn't it Dark Shadows on the radio? Heart to Heart, Green Acres, Mr. Drucker. Oh. What, I mean, seriously, now you make me want to go out and watch all of these old sitcoms. I swear. Dark Shadows was creepy. Dark Shadows. I used to listen to it, and on the radio, all the shows on the radio. Hee haw. Cully. Green Acres. I love that show. Man, Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke. The Rifleman. Remember that? I know, good old days. I mean, at least we had them, Pamela. The son says the kids today are messed up because they did not have Fonzie. There you go. Night Court, Harry Anderson, yes. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, Lassie, Maverick. Lassie was a boy dog, as a matter of fact. I love The Mistakes of Dark Shadows. Emergency, Bonanza. Wow. Unbelievable. Bridget Loves Bernie was cute. Paladin was good too. Oh, yes. Wow, I'd forgotten about that, Jerry. Wow. I know, Marlene. Taking me way back. Mork and Mindy. All the innocent times. Gunsmoke, yeah, Monica. Columbo. Jeez. You know, these shows, some of these shows that we're talking about, people had to use their brains. Here Come the Bride, $6 Million Man, The Flying Nun. Bob Newhart show, that was great. I love the Bob Newhart show. What was it, Larry? Here's my brother Larry and my other brother Larry. Patty Duke show. Sky King was reruns by the time. Yeah, I don't remember Sky King at all. On weekends, my father and I watched Carol Burnett, and it was our thing. Bonanza, Taxi. Taxi was good. Wow. Three's Company was even good, but that's when it kind of started to change. I think Wings, My Three Sons. Wow. Can you imagine having My Three Sons today and whether that would be accepted? Bob Newhart is still alive and tweeted when the Cubs won last year, Robin said. Oh, your grandfather. All the good comedians are dead. Pretty much, I think. Leave It to Beaver. Jeez. Mr. Ed, Leave It to Beaver. Try to have Leave It to Beaver today. Jerry and Marlene, you said at the same time. It would be totally sexist. Great show. Thanks, Gary. You have a great weekend, too. It would be totally sexist, and my God, it would be taken off the air in about 2 seconds. So, yeah. Hey, Wanda. Quincy. Gosh. And the Mod Squad. Remember the Mod Squad? My gosh. Mr. Wilson and Dennis. Now, it wouldn't last. Red Skelton. He was great. Now, if you grew up in Cali like me, there was Sheriff John and Billy Barty. I don't remember that at all. And I wasn't in California. The Twilight Zone, yes. Littlest Hobo, too, Josette said. I never really got into the Golden Girls. Hawaii Five-0, I never really got too much into. But, yeah, they were great shows. Wow. I tell you, it got me some good things to think about on Friday rather than politics. So, you guys, wasn't Brian Keith in Family Affair? Yes, he was the Uncle, what do they call him? What was his name? Uncle, can't remember. Car 54, where are you? Yeah, Buffy, and I can't remember the boy's name. I don't know. I loved all as a kid. I had stuffed animals. I did too, Brandon. Heck, I could be a Golden Girl now, Pamela said. Alf. I didn't like Alf. Ugh. The Munsters, yeah. Jody and Buffy. Oh, my gosh. And Sebastian Sebastian Cabot was the butler. Gosh, I can't remember that, and I can't remember the uncle's name. Sebastian Cabot played the butler. Yeah, the Monkees. Yes, I like that show. It was, oh my gosh. Again, it would be great to have some of that back today and that feeling back in America. That would be really great. You know, we just have to. Yeah, I know it's Brian Keith, but I can't remember what his name is. They called him Uncle something, Noel, and I can't remember what it was. Uncle, I can't remember what the character's name was. I'm looking at a list by year, and the shows just get worse. I know, Robin, they did. There was a change. It was almost like when Three's Company came about. That's when things started to go downhill about that same time. No, it wasn't Uncle Jeb. No, I can't remember what they called the uncle on Family Affair. Gosh, I cannot remember. No, that was Mr. French. Mr. French was the butler. There was no better cartoons than Bugs Bunny. Absolutely. Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny. Uncle Bill. Thank you. Uncle Bill. Oh, my gosh. I can even hear her saying that. The Beverly Hillbillies. Oh, my gosh. Great memories, you guys. Thanks so much. Well, I should let you go. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you back here on Monday. Everybody, keep the United States and everybody else in your prayers. The Partridge Family loved it. Pray for what's going on in the Middle East. You won a prize, Wayne. You get to go and watch all of them. Hey, Lynn, good to see you. Thank you, everybody. Please retweet this, if you will, so we can keep our numbers up and keep going and bring other people into our fun that we have all week and on Fridays. All right, everybody. Thank you. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody on Facebook for coming, and thank you, everybody on YouTube for coming. Have a great weekend. God bless.